Yes, what's up? How you doing? Of course, from wherever you are catching this from, Luze Andrew Anderson is my name. Just in case it's your first time to be watching here, it is easy. You can go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe. And if you feel like you've loved the content, you can also go ahead and hit the notification button so that each time I come through, you're among the first people to be watching. Leero tugenda kuba tunyumyamuko kayala tugenda kuba tunyumyamuko kayala about Kawalya Kaiyz naye njagala ntandikireko ewantu watono nnyo. Of course, all of us growing up as we were kids, we tukula, we either want to be doctors, we want to be pilots, we want to be abamu baagala kubeera ba TV presenters, abalala baagala kubeera ba models, but abawala abasinga bwe baba bakula, when they are growing, they want to be models. Babeere nga Bakabarebe Doreen oba babeere nga Judith Hard. Abamu baagala kubeera bayimbi, they want to be artists. So wewegendereza, most of the times, basically the main thing they want, it is not money. Bwe baba bakula kibasinga okwagala si ssente, but of course they want to be known, they want to be popular, they want to be celebrities nga bakula. Kazi I want to be a model, I want to be an artist, kakula kagala kubeera nga Spice Dana, kazina nga Spice Dana, kagala kubeera ka model nga ba Judith Hard katambula mbwe kati. So, growing up, we think like that's how life is supposed to be. But sometimes when we grow up, then we get to face the reality of life. Most of the times, if you haven't yet noticed, obadde tokimanyi, naye ebiseera ebisinga life is like going to school, or it is like how school used to be. Mu ssomero twabeerangayo n'abaana nga they are the brightest in class, and most of the times you find them nti bali tebasoma nnyo bitabo, they don't read a lot. But when it comes to excellency, they excel almost in every subject. They perform very well. Then we had other students, of course, mu kibiina, for them, they read so hard, bateekayo attention, bakuba zi winter, bateeka ebigere byabwe mu bensins nga bayiyeemu amazzi ekiro nga basoma nnyo, they read extra hours. Abaana bagenda for break or lunch, they keep reading, they revise. But ebiseera ebisinga nga bye basinga ate okuba nga abasiru bye basemba mu kibiina. Then we had those smart kids, like when they put on their uniforms, yambala ka uniform nakagolola, they earn it very well. Nga mulimu n'obudinda, waliwo kanakeno, sometimes emabega aliyo ne kakobwebwe kati nga beera smart nakuba engato ng'eri clean black sparkling. But at the end of the day, bambi nga they are the ones who used to get 0 in class. So this is where my story starts from. Media is very beautiful. It is lovely. You get what they call connections. Ngokola ku TV, okola ku radio, you get connections. You get abamba chita social capital. Me, I could be. I'm telling you this story because it is out of experience. For the last years, I've been on TV, like 14 years on TV. Ngolaba anti, some of the contacts I have in my phone, I have over 3,400 and something contacts in my phone. I'm in over 1,000 groups on WhatsApp. So you have that connection to, I can call up anyone because of the time I've worked. Then, getting to people like His Excellency, the President Bobby Wine, it could be a little bit easy than someone who started yesterday. The likes of the people you think they are rich, let me say, SK Mbuga, whoever. Most of them, whether in or out of the country, it is a phone call away. You would find, Jajao, Kojao, Basengao, they would know about Luze Andrew Anderson. But Okera Kumacha, TVs exploit, and let's not put it on only TVs, but everything in general. If you want to be a so-called public figure or a celebrity, still again in courts, you sacrifice your life for the people. Ntino okera kumacha nga igwe desire luzinda akafananyi ne kafuluma, it is going to be everyone's topic. Okera kumacha nga igwe chameleon, nokole ekintu nokuba omuntu emigo, like the coincidence that happened, and then everyone talks about it and they judge you because of the kind of job that you selected. Wakera kumacha oyagala kubeera celebrity. That's what I used to tell all my friends. You woke up early in the morning, you became an artist because you want to be a celebrity. So you've sold your life to the public. So whatever they talk about you, you're supposed to digest it. Those are called the results or the repercussions of your kind of job or career you chose. You have to embrace it. So ne tubeeraawo ne bakeera ku makya ne bagamba Lydia Jasmine simanya ate yambala bubi, and then people start judging you. Ne bagamba Irene Ntare akabina akambala. They judge you, but it is because of the job that you chose. Ebiseera ebisinga when people in public places or public careers nga onogamba nti no bakamiliyoni bayimba, ba Chosen Becky bayimba, like how Chosen Becky came, because abamu baali balowooza maybe her nose is a little bigger than others, so n'omujudging omuntu nabeera nga ali awo ali frustrated. That's why sometimes they resort to drugs, alcohol, okubanga sometimes they are not so sober, they force their happiness. Kati ekyo kiri, it is encircled or it engulfs all the people in entertainment or any of those things, ng'omulimu gwokola gutwaliramu the entire public. Oba okitegeera nga bakola bagoba okola ng'oli ku mulimu gwo, let me say you're on TV or you're an artist or whatever, naye nga abantu bangi babeeramu, very many people watch you at work or they see you at work. And when you come on TV, when you're at job, oba okola buli omu aba akulaba ng'okola, which is different from omusajja alina either boda ye oba akuba chapati ye waba akola. There are a few people who know her oba who know him. Wekijja ku bayimbi, wesanga nti n'omuyimbi wabeera mukyala agenda kubeerako n'abaami abamukwana bangi nnyo, wabeera musajja, it is equal. Ate kisinga okwewuunyisa ne wabeera musajja, ennaku zino kati abantu tebakyayagala kumanya. Ojja sanga omusajja nga n'abasajja bamukwana nga n'abakazi bamukwana, but because agenda kuva e Dubai, agende Oman, ave Oman, agende Canada, ave Canada, agende South Africa, so abantu abamulaba babeera bangi. So bonna they get involved in that person's life. Oba onfuna. So ebiseera ebisinga abantu baba balowooza nti omulimu gwo lwakuba gw'okola bakulaba, then you earn maybe more than others, but sometimes it's not true. Of course, learning subject today is about Kaiyz. Kaiyz yakedde ku makya. By the time Kaiyz started doing TV, I think I had done TV for the last like 8 years. 8 years. And in those 8 years, okola ku TV oja. By then, I think for the people who remember, it was WPS TV, okola Morning Flavor. I used to work for 30 minutes, but it was wow. Kati ng'oli alowooza balabika bakuwa sente nyingi nnyo, kumbe by then I think bali bampa 120,202 zizo sente bali bansasula, naye ng'oli tasobola kitegeera, naye ng'olaba mbu bodaboda abakusingira wala. So of course Kaiyz Kawalya went to UMCAT journalism school. Of course that is the same school I also went to, and we were in the same year, but me nali nsoma but at the same time working. Naye nga akajja tekaliyo, but by then we used to do what we want. Kyetwali twagala kyetwalinga tukola. You don't go for that job. Fena we tubatandika different careers. When we get our careers, basically we are not looking for money. Tuba tetunoonya sente. Naye oba okola basically that ekyo gwe kyowulira ng'oyagala, you have the drive, you go and you work hard because you love it. But later in life, again, we get what we call responsibility. So responsibility weziyingirawo mu bulamu, now things start changing. Ntino oli obadde okozesa passion, obadde okola ekyo ky'oyagala, but right now it has to start paying off. Okitegeera, now you have bills to pay. You have electricity bills, you have water bills, you have rent to pay, you have maybe sisters or brothers or cousins you're supposed to pay for, tuition or school fees. So ebintu nebikyuka, mnogamba yadde nkola, but I have to benefit. It's the same when it comes to artists. Ntino omuyimbi ajja nayimba because anyumirwa baba tandika gamanze ne wenyimbira obwere, but time reaches and it catches up on you, and now you're like, boss, I have to get paid for my job, for my talent. That's when things change. But with media, most of the people, ekintu kye batamanyi nti media, most of the TVs and radios in Uganda, they don't pay entertainers. Tebasasula bantu bakola entertainment shows. Oli omusanga ng'akoze emyaka 8, they don't pay them. Nga tebabasasula munange, bo balowooza babeera bakuyamba to give you a platform mbuno weeyiye. Ekintu ekisinza okulemeza abantu kuba on all these media platforms baba bayina ekintu kye bayina hope, and even in life it is that same hope that helps us move from one step to another. But sometimes that hope ng'osuubira n'owasa n'ofumbirwa omusajja n'ogamba no luliba olwo tulifuna. You never know, one day one time before you know it okalakasa emyaka 10, and guess what, essuubiryo nga you're getting totally nothing, nga tulina kyofunyemu, and yet obadde ne hope yo. So noddakawo n'obirowoozaamu n'ogamba naye no hope gye ndiko eyina gye ntwala. That's when you realize, and now you're mu bwongo obwo kati otegeera bulungi nnyo n'ogamba omanyi sika kubeera na hope na ssuubi, naye ebintu bino ndabika mbivuddemu oba mbikooye. So it is the same thing that happens with these TV presenters and radio presenters. It is the same. All entertainers in different careers, of course, that they go to. So when it comes to Kawalya Kaiyz, or without a doubt, he's been among the people ababadde bakola ennyo. I was told, and I also watched, nedaba akaseera akatono bwama ke afiiramu omulenzi yakola nnyo, but at the end of the day lwakuba TV yamu nurturing is batandise naawe nga oli nothing, you're totally nothing, yeah, nga bakulaba olinga owembwa, olinganga gwe bayamba obuyambi, you know, to give you this job. So at the end of the day, engeri gye bakulabamu eba ekyukamu kayala, oba okitegeera eba ekyukamu kayala. Abeera ng'omukyala nga bamulaba nga mwavu ng'oli musajja n'omuyamba n'omuteekamu akaviiri omugulidde obwakabi. So at the end of the day, gwe oba okyamulabirawo. And now most of the companies, what they do, and it is something very bad, these other people abajja nti gwe obaddewo ku mulimu n'olwawo naye baleeta ono employee omupya, ogenda okwesanga nti ate ye afuna nnyo n'okusinga abana ababaddewo, ng'ate ababaddewo bakoze nnyo, but they are still getting the same amount of money. Ate ng'ono maybe azze yongera bweyongeze. Ate wekijja mu media, I don't know why it is like that, without mentioning any media company. Abakyala bano batuyingiramu, akakyala we kajja nga kayina ebbina, kayina buhiipu. These so-called producers, you know, ababeerawo cameramen, they tend to favor these other people. They tend to favor these other girls because bwakajja baagala obuyisaamu eggaali. Obokitegeera awo naakakwanye n'oli naakakwana, anti ate omanya ate akayina ettutu. So of which that is one of the disadvantages that the boys have. Nti bano abawala, even sometimes when they do nonsense oba ebintu ebitategereka bulungi, naye nga lwakuba ataddemu hard work, but because for them they have, you know, ekyabaweebwa Katonda, there is a way how life eases, you know, ebintu byeba bagenda okuba nga bakola mu bulamu. Kaiyz starts and he works so hard. Bambi omulenzi abadde akola nnyo. Let's admit that, we like it or not, he's been working so hard. So at the end of the day, ogenda kuvuga TV, we've seen artists come, you know, and they make it. I don't know oba osobola okumbuulirayo any TV presenter mu entertainment, the one you could say is rich because of their job. No, there is none. Just like in any other career here in Uganda, there is none. Bale Francis died and he was a broke guy, whether we like it or not. Kizibu nnyo okusanga nti no TV presenter akoze kino n'azimba amayumba because of ogwo omulimu gwabwe gwe babadde bakola. No, it is because of the rest of the other things that they do that make them successful. Nogamba nti nkola ku TV, yes, na ate ninayo maybe Purple Party, nkola ku TV, yes, na ate ninayo DJ Academy, nkola ku TV, yes, na ate ninayo. So these other things that you get, those are the ones that give you the money, and then you can succeed in life. But tuuka ku mulimu ebikono bibeera bingi ya kati nga onootunulamu media groups ezisinga obunene. The more mu kifo gye wakoma okubeerayo abantu abangi n'ekikono gye kikoma okubeera. That's why I would tell you, here in Uganda, it is not about how good you are at your job that you would get a vacancy, but it is who do you know. Ani gomanyi, that is the technical know who do you know ayinza okuyisaawo even when you're not qualified to that step. When most of the times kids come and they're like, Anderson, njagala kunfunira yeyo mulimu badde nina ebipapula byange. It's only here in Uganda omuntu n'agenda n'akola ebintu ebyo nga teyabisoma. A biggest number abantu abasinga tebabisoma. It is because of your talent. Nate ani akumanyi. So oli akuwa, but they feel like they are just helping you, even giving you a job. So Kaiyz is here, he works so hard, but of course akasente ke atandikirako allegedly kaachali ko bamongezaamu awo kayala, but these other people who come through, they get even more. So no chitulamu nogamba naye yadde nkola ku TV naye nfuniramu wa. Me recently, just a couple of months, I also quit. Nenchitulamu nenga naye nkoze ndabye ba Spice Dana nga batandikira nga kyali nsanula. I've seen Spice Dana come from when she was starting and now she's successful. Gwe webuzo oliwa simo bubi. Then we've seen the likes of Winnie Nwaji, we've seen the likes of Dax Cartel. We've seen, as per me, I've seen the Dax Cartel, I've seen the Lydia Jasmines, I've seen the Fik Famaikas, I've seen the John Blacks, I've seen either they come or they leave, Nino gamba gwe financially, what is it that you've achieved? Unless otherwise you get a woman settled down and then you be sober up, because TV presenters live off what we call tokens. Ntino genda chazo mimbi amweye chetano, amweye chebiri, amweye chesatu, and you're living off tokens, ya obanga sabiriza nti bakuwa to survive, but ogendo chibalabala mu emitwalo 5 jigenda kola chobe emitwalo 9. And remember right now, abantu aba creating a content, because you're content creators. Nze there's a reason nakolako interview emu. I saw how much that interview paid me, and then I looked at what the TV pays me. Ngendo okulaba ngo bigatagata nga ate kiri kisinga echa TV. Nengamba no. But now again I said nengamba no. I could be having my hope maybe one day it is 14 years later, and what is it that you've achieved? And ogendo chira mamunga nothing. But these things that now I do, that I get connected with people from almost everywhere. Nabachali abali Dubai, abali Scotland, abali Finland, abali South Africa. Nina, nolabanga TV ogendo chitulamu ya denge kwa social capital, and it gives you connections, but you're going to remain a broke guy. Ogenda kubanga oli broke, bachali babatandika okulima and they are making good money. If you look at how many other TV personalities who left, if you look at the likes of Flavia Namulindwa yachivamo ono chali bali bamitani oyo chali yali akola ku CBS na ina achivamo banji nyo. You look at them and then they end up traveling. You look at Charles Oimuke. We look at the people who are there ngabali very strong. You look at people like Straka. Ne webuza mu TV afuna munchi simo with Straka chali, but even now she's broke. And sometimes it's always very good to admit otegere, yes, I've been on TV, I've not been successful. Chikirize or no chikirize, then start afresh. But at the end of the day, we would have this young generation and wagama man yagaraka joining a TV. Well and good, that is nice and beautiful, but you have to be very smart, because wotunulamu, you look at the people, different people. Ibrake is doing okay, but he's having his own line. You look at Alan Cruz, is doing okay, but he's having his own line. At least when I side dish. But when people protect you and they don't want you to have any side kadish, to maintain your income, when things mess up, these people are not going to be there. You are easily replaced. Why? Because anyone can do what you do. I always told people talent is there, but as long as you can talk, then you can present. As long as you can walk, then you can dance. So man, we need to be at TV. This was the turning point for Kaiyz. Of course, nga graduating zeku omukad. Name ze yakadde ku machakati avuddewo. Now the responsibility is there. Olina okubeezaawo abaana, olina okubeezaawo abagenda okugenda ku ssomero, emmere every day, but you're living off tokens. If you're living off this tokens, no center obutono, kiba kitegeeza SK mbuga wana batakuwaddeyo, basi papa nga takuwaddeyo. How are you going to survive? Kati mama is in the picture, mama naye avuddeyo. Now you're alone. And when things mess up, ekyo kyabeera ku kasuku kyamubeerako, but when things mess up, normally dizango cause any trouble, TVO as a company, it will survive, or as a radio, as Boba Genda Sigalaba operating. You're going to go in this movie, you're alone. okitegeera ogenda gendayo bwomu either okuyamba oba obutapiyamba, it doesn't concern them, but their business is going to continue. You find that these businesses make billions and billions of money, but what is your take home with your talent? You've seen people by YouTubers who make so much money. You look at the TikTokers, people on Instagram, they make too much money. Abantu bebweru, they value people who create content. In Uganda, when the artists are also talking about copyright, you will get surprised. But here in Uganda, watawera bantu abakola zino shows, you know, tebaba wachitibwa because babalaba you just come to kuyamba buyambi. But it's not until that Ugandan media valuing these content creators, let me tell you, TV, because right now if you look very carefully, TV abantu bakyali mbiri ebiseera whereby omuntu batulanga mu ddiiro ne balaba TV ne bakulaba. Right now things move on phone. People have their phones, they watch you on their phones. And now creators who are not even on TV, ntero gamba bakyali bange kino ekintu neŋŋamba funa omuntu TikTok akyasinza obwakabi e Uganda, ofunene either news anchor oba entertainer ng'akola ku TV nga tali ku social media, then oba ojje wano obatwale Sweden oba obatwale South Africa ononye obuze abantu onani ogenda kwewuunya nga bagenda kuba bamanyi TikToker n'okusinga onaakola ku TV. TV doesn't pay. Right now advertisers have come to people on social media because they reach to you directly, but TV bakusasula kinana naye nga ate okola ekintu ekirala ogenda funa nnyo. So at the end of the day, Kawalya n'agamba amuna abivuddemu. Abasinga bonna babadde bagambye he has been on his peak. At least this wasn't the right time. Even me, I could not believe it the first time. But when bitunulamu nendaba how, you know, our media in Uganda is working. If media is not very careful, kankubulire tugenda kubanga America tetubeerako neno channel, we are going to start watching everything online. But it is until when our government and all these things they talk about, we give respect to talent or content creators, I'm telling you, we are in for the worst. All the developed countries, Monsizo Nezeri first world, they valued content creators. And when you value content creators in Kenya, bali mukuyomba nga mwami oyo chaliwa waliko nga president ayagala kubasalako taxes, and then Eric Omondi came back najanga bali mukwekalakasa, you cannot tax us nga temutuwadde cameras, temutuwadde kino na kino. But in Uganda data are very expensive, keeping all these other factors even constant. So omusajja nagamba kativem, but to me I was like he was right 100%, because ogenda kola emyaka 10 ononye kikyolagawo nga wafuna bukyala, wafuna baami, ono yakuyitamu nono nakuyitamu, abakyala boka staff na noberanga mukyala binde bamuti yafunamu omusajja bamutwala naye kakikolagawo ogambe kino nkije mulimu gwange gwenkola. So I think abasinga nga mbadde mugamba it wasn't the right time for Kaiyz. Yes, it wasn't the right time, but ye ngomuntu maybe aina plans, but let me tell you, ogenda kubeera hopeful for the next how many years ononye akaddako boyi wange ngeje emyaka gyonna ogikoze bakyali bakikubye naye batandika nawo ne wali oyamba nga gwe there is nothing to show up, and it will be years later that you will discover that and you will fall into what they call depression. Kibeera kibi. So whatever decision he made, I think he was right, because man, it's single kubeera important. It is what they call a take back home. Wakozizaayo kaki kyekisinga obukulu. So Fulanze nagamba at least kansigale waka, but oluwa batagenda kumpa million plus ngende ku TV neogeze nga toyina ofunira, it doesn't work. More so if they don't allow you to do your side dish businesses in basically what you know best, which is content creation. Obonfuna. So for Kaiyz oba agenze bweru nga agenda kufuna bimama, at the end of the day fena tukolera ki money. So iba bimama nze natandika nengamba wayo omuntu afunye sugar daddy oba afunye sugar mami, future obeerayo bwomu, obeere waka abaana bo obalabirira bwomu, togenda genda ng'ofuna charity. So I think let me make this as the first episode. Tujja kujja n'endala, and when you're choosing a career, make sure wanene oba otandika ebiseera ebisinga ebeera passion, not until reality places in, and then you're like, I have to survive, I have to be a man when you become a provider. But better late than never. But it is very good, at least you get to know these dynamics that happen before nga tonaba kutuuka wala nnyo. That's why Sheila at one point yagamba ye balinga nga bamuwa mmeka, balinga nga bamuwa mutwalo. oba gyali etaano. And I knew. So at the end of the day, let's be smart as we tell our kids to choose the careers that they want to do, but let's guide them in one way or the other. But let also our employers not exploit us. Sometimes it is easy to be for those people to be exploited, which is very okay, but at least let their input at least equal, the output nechogenda okubanga omuwanga revenue. But I think when it comes to Kaiyz, he did the right decision, and I think it is the right one, because ogenda kukola abachali bonna bonna bemulaba abo, they are broke, man. They are broke. Bemulaba ku TV, they are broke. Tuyinza kungamba if you're the best anchor in the country asoma amawulire oyingiza kale bakuwa omusala gwa million 2 nosanga omwana nga TikTok oba Facebook oba YouTube ngayingiza million 2 omwezi. Think just Chirowozeko. Maliza ngamba, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, of course, from wherever you are watching, and good night for some of the people who watch from wherever you are watching and from. As I told you can go ahead and, subscribe just in case it's your first time to be watching. Hit the notification bell so that, each time we come through and give you these updates, at least you're among the first people to be watching. Yeah. Nsigadenze Luze Andrew Anderson. A number, Jola Bawano. This is my WhatsApp number. We can always interact. This is our time, of course, to be alive. So just don't miss out on anything. To talk to me, of course, that is my number on WhatsApp. Luze Andrew. Until when we catch up, bless you.